March 25, 2026, we'll be doing the chart analysis of Nifty, Bank Nifty, IT Index, FMCG Index, a few stocks, and then US oil, which is the crude oil, gold, silver. So let us begin. Okay, so talking about Nifty, it has fallen quite sharply from the top, from the recent top. So let us see how much it has fallen until today. So it has fallen almost 15%, and how much it has retraced back. So let us see. So almost 5% it has retraced. Now how far can it go? So let us see that. Okay, so here is my assumption. So this is the first level of resistance here. The red line that you see, that is the first level of resistance. It could not stay above that. So on Friday, we can see some kind of movement like this, and probably it can go like this. Then again, a little retracement, and it can go until this point. Now, this is where I would, exit all my Nifty positions for a swing trade. So basically, I have taken some Nifty B's positions, and I would be exiting those positions when it reaches at this point 24,400. Okay, I've also taken some positions on Bank Nifty through Bank B's. So we will look at that. But basically, this is my assumption. So after it touches here, it can fall like this due to other kind of fears, not just the wars. It could be recession fears, it could be anything else, I don't know. However, if it goes above this area, then it can go further up until this midline of this parallel channel. So this is the parallel channel that you see. So the blue lines, this is the parallel channel starting from long back, from 2020 almost. Okay, so if it goes into the channel again, then probably there could be a good upside again. But right now, I am not counting on that. I would be looking to book my book my profits around 24,400 approximately, and then riding downwards, maybe through options or some other means. Okay, so that is the analysis on Nifty. Talking about Bank Nifty. So here you can see that the Bank Nifty is also in a big channel. So let us see. Okay, so this channel has been going on since 2020. Okay, now here you can see that it has broken out of the channel for a couple of days, and immediately it came into back into the channel. Okay, now what this means is there could be a huge upside momentum for a few days, and then maybe it can roll over. We don't know how far it can go, but my guess would be that it can go until this point, maybe this point, and then retrace back and fall down. If Nifty weakens, if the macro and the fundamentals weaken by that time due to recession or anything like that, maybe it can go down. But if it is strong, then maybe it can even go up. So we don't know what is going to happen, and nobody can even predict that. But we will see how it goes, and then I'll keep you posted with the other videos. Talking about IT index, so I think this is poised for a bounce at least until this red line, which is the neckline for the head and shoulders pattern. So as you can see the blue lines here, so this is the head and shoulder pattern. According to the head and shoulder pattern, the target could be somewhere around 22,582 approximately. Okay, and this is quite likely that it can even retrace back to the neckline. So it falls down from the neckline and it goes up to the neckline and again falls down. So that is totally possible. So that is what we are seeing right now. We may be looking at around 5 to 10% move. So 5% move is already done, 4% move is already done, maybe another 5-6%. So I have taken a position on ITBs. So I would ride it until this point and then exit the positions, book full profits here, because I am not very hopeful on this thing right now. But if it goes above, maybe I'll re-enter the position. I don't know what I'm going to do. But once it reaches there, we will see what kind of pattern has formed at that particular time. Right now, I cannot predict. Okay, so my best guess would be that it will go until this point and retrace back. Okay, now talking about FMCG index. So here you can see that the FMCG index has formed something like a cup and handle pattern. Not a perfect cup, not a perfect handle, but basically a big move, then a small move, and then fallen out. Okay, so now what can happen here? So similar to the other patterns that I just showed you, it breaks out of the cup and handle and it retraces back to the neckline and then again falls down. Okay, so that is my best guess. If it goes up, maybe I would be happy to re-enter the positions if I have any. Right now I am not invested in FMCG index, so I don't know. But we'll see when it touches this point, and at that time maybe I'll think of either, if I have some position later, then maybe I'll decide to exit or hold them for longer. So this would be like an 8% move. Okay, and then we will see. Keynes Technologies. So this has formed like a double bottom. Initially it looked like a flag, but the flag became longer and it even touched the bottom. So it is no more a flag, but it is like a double bottom now. But it has already broken out of it with huge volume. So this is likely going upwards. So the first level of resistance would be around 5500, and then maybe it can retrace a little or more. We don't know what will happen, but we will see. I will look to book full profits around this area, and then if it retraces back a little bit, then I'll again enter this and ride it to the second level of resistance, which is around 7600, if it goes there, if and when it goes there. Dixon Technologies, I have been eyeing this stock for quite long. So this has fallen from almost 19,000. Yeah, from 19,000 to 18,470. I mean 18,471, and we can even draw a trend line like this. And maybe assume that, I mean, if it goes very strong, it becomes very strong, the fundamentals are great, and it is making good profits, then maybe around 17,000 we can look to book full profits. Okay, talking about JWL, which is Jupiter Wagons. So here you can see that it has formed a double bottom kind of pattern. Here the first area, in this area you can see that it has formed huge candles with huge volumes. Again, the second time it touched there, it has formed huge volume candles. Okay, so now what this means is there is accumulation that is happening here, and most likely this is going up. Keeping a stop loss of 234, I am holding this position. So right now it is trading around 261, so most likely this is going up. Sagility, as I mentioned in one of my shorts, this stock is looking good. I recommended it around this area, 37. So this is looking good. It tried to break below but never confirmed. So basically it would break below to take out the weak investors or traders, and then the next day it will just go up. So basically we have to look for confirmation. So once it falls down, there should be one more day of closing below this level, below the low of the previous day. So once it does that, then the downtrend is confirmed that it is going down. But if it does not confirm, then there is a high likelihood that it can even climb up the trend line, the support line. Okay, so this is looking good to me, going up most likely. Okay, sorry, I just switched to another chart. So basically it climbed above this trend line around 37, 38, and right now trading around 39 to 40 levels. Trend is looking good. It look where it has come from, almost 8,000, 8,300. Right now it is around 3 to 9, 3,500, and the first level of support is around 30 to 95. I think it has kind of touched there, not literally, but just near to that. It has taken the support and reversed the direction. I would just enter the stock in a staggered way, a little bit around the current levels, little bit lower. So if it keeps on going until this point, then I would max out my positions on trend. Currently I don't have any positions on trend, but yeah, I would be looking to inch into this. The first level of resistance could be around this green or gray trend line coming from the top. Okay, so I would want to ride it until here. Then it might retrace a little bit. Then depending on the macros and depending on the company's performance, the results, we'll see what happens. But the first level of resistance could be around this area. So it could be around 3,400. The next, sorry, not 3,400, it is around, what is this, 4,000. The next one around 4,300. So this is a gap fill as well. So if it comes here, then there is a gap area here. So 42 to 4,300 approximately, that would be the next level of resistance. But if I get into the stock, I would book full profits at this point and then see how is the market looking. If the market is strong, maybe I'll keep on holding, but at least book 25 to 50% of my profits. Zentek, this is looking good. So here it has formed a huge bullish candle with a huge volume. There is another candle with a huge volume. So most likely the accumulation has happened in the stock and it can bounce back at any time. So let us see. Windlass, in one of the short videos, I have mentioned this particular stock. I don't remember whether I covered it or not, but basically this is looking good. This is the long-term trend line. This is like a sine wave, an inverse sine wave pattern. No, not an inverse, a forward sine wave only. So it basically goes like this and then this and then this and then this. Okay, so that is like a sine wave. So it has taken support around this area, reversed pretty sharply, right? So this is looking good to me. I would want to accumulate this at a lower level. If it retraces a little bit from this point, then maybe I would try to get into this position. If it comes here, perfect. If it doesn't come here, maybe somewhere around this area, I would look to buy this, which is around 740 to 750 area. First cry is looking good. Look at the overall chart where it has come from, 750 to 225, less than 1/3. Okay, now here if you see, there is some accumulation that is happening on this stock. You can see some huge volumes, green volumes. Okay, so that is basically the sign of accumulation, and right now it is consolidating. So I have taken this position around this level 225 approximately. So I'm just at break even right now. So this is most likely going up, keeping a stop loss of around 200 maybe. So this is looking good. Aurobindo Pharma, this is looking excellent. This is a classic inverse head and shoulders pattern. So this is the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, breakout, came back to the neckline and again going up now. Okay, so here you can see that it has broken out of the neckline, retraced back to the neckline and now going up. Although this last candle is not looking great, but doesn't matter, it will figure out on its own in the next few days. Okay, this is Tejas Networks. Initially it looked like a triangle pattern, like a pennant pattern. So pennant pattern is something like this. The price is like this. So the price goes up, then makes something like a triangle and then ultimately breaks out. But this is not looking like a triangle now. Now it is looking like a falling wedge pattern. So in a falling wedge, initially the price movement is bigger, then it is smaller and smaller and smaller, and ultimately it breaks out either upside or downside. Okay, so here this is a falling wedge pattern. So this falling wedge, it goes like this, like this. So price goes like this and then ultimately it breaks out to the upside. So there is a high likelihood that this will break to the upside. Okay, US oil, nothing much here. It will face some resistance around this area. So let me draw this line. So this will be the resistance most likely and it could reverse. Initially it was looking to me like a flag pattern, but it wasn't a flag pattern. But now it is looking bearish to me. So most likely the war will end or some sort of ceasefire will be respected. Talking about gold and silver. So right now we are talking about gold. So it has had a major correction from 54, 55, 5600 approximately to this particular level 4000. It has formed a bullish hammer pattern. In a bullish hammer, you have a long wick. The price opens somewhere around this area and closes somewhere around this area. So basically the top of the candle is over here in the upper top 25% of the area. Okay, so this is the hammer pattern, the first one, then we have the second one, right? So this is looking good to me. I think it is poised for a bounce to at least the first area of resistance around 4800, and then if it wants to go further, if it is much stronger, then probably it can even go further. So let us see where it can go. So if I extend this trend line, so probably it can even go further until this, 4800 would be the first one, and approximately 54 to 5500 the next target. In case it goes there, if the momentum is very strong, then. But I have taken some gold bees position in India and GDXJ in the US, which is the gold miners ETF, which is kind of a leverage on the gold. So if gold goes up 1%, maybe GDX will go up 2%, something like that. Okay, so this is about gold. Silver is also showing some signs of strength. So it has formed this bullish hammer pattern, this one. Now it is going up a little bit. So we'll have to see in the coming days how far it can go. So that is the analysis on all these stocks and commodities. If you like this video, please press the like button so that you get these notifications, and also subscribe to my channel for more such videos and analysis. Now, these are not trade recommendations. I'm just telling you what I have done and what I would do in the future. So you should always, contact your registered, SEBI registered or SEC registered analyst to get some trade or investment recommendations. So none of these are recommendations in this video. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the analysis. Thank you.